All right. Hi, Theo. How are you?
Hi, just great.
Good. Welcome to our last lesson of the semester. I just want to say you've come so far already,
Thank you.
I think your singing has just gotten better and better. So keep
Thanks.
working at it. So you and I were both asked to do this project where we ask a question on a forum and then gather responses. So just right up front, I wanted to go through those responses so we can kind of see what we want to work on today as the last lesson. So the question was, how can I help a male student build confidence when singing in his upper register / falsetto? So the answers I got were, first was make it silly. It takes the scariness out of it for something they might otherwise be made fun of, which I think makes a lot of sense for like younger singers.
Right, yeah, definitely.
One says, just reassuring them that their falsetto sound is natural. And let's see, she suggested to slide up and down through the range to make it all feel connected rather than like this is chest voice, this is head voice. So maybe let's just start with that. Let's try some slides. So we'll do some sirens. So woo!
Woo!
Good. My voice is like still not warm either, so we'll do it together. Let's do it together. Woo! Okay, let's do woo!
Woo! Woo!
Nice. And let's go. Good. So you kind of feel how it like at the last minute kind of snaps down in the chest. Let's just do a couple more of those and see if you can't kind of like work through that. So we'll do them together. Do them kind of like on your own, like throughout that little range. Sometimes if you do them a little slower, you can kind of work through it. So let's start. Good. So maybe you can, like, in the future, kind of practice those. Like, those aren't something specific you need a piano for, you know.
Right.
But, like, kind of working through those so you can tell a little more where your range is. That's good. Awesome. Let's see. Daichi says making a positive environment and praising the student when their voice cracks, letting them know it's normal that these things happen. Daichi said, luckily for me as a male teacher, my voice cracks, and when it does, I just make it silly and move on quickly. So I don't know, do you know Daichi?
No.
Oh, okay. So he was here, I think he graduated either last year or the year before. He's a percussionist, he's a teacher now. I'm not sure where he's teaching. But he says he sings, this is his first year teaching this year, and he said, like, when he sings, he just makes it silly and move on. So if you find yourself in that position, just make it funny, make fun of yourself. You know how to do that. I know you've done that before. That's where you can kind of get through to students, and that makes them feel comfortable too. Someone says, have another male sing with him, preferably someone who is confident using their falsetto. So that doesn't quite apply to your situation, but that's another really good option. A lot of people mention having people sing, kind of like we were mentioning last time, of like pretending you're an opera singer or pretending you're an animal, or like to get that like tone you want. People have said have them listen to Queen, like Bohemian Rhapsody, because he uses his falsetto so much. Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons. Doing the closing line of Beauty School Dropout from Grease, like using musical theater. Multiple people said like having your student sing or having you pretend like you can sing as high. Yeah. Let's see. This guy who teaches in Lee Summit says, I basically present falsetto as something only a real man can do. So he's like, are you a real man, Timmy? Hit that high note then. So, like, making it a competition, making it fun. My dad said the same thing. He was like, usually guys like a good competition. So those are all really good options for you, and even like when you're teaching, I think you can use that too. Okay, let's do another exercise. This one comes from my high school voice teacher. He says, move, let's see, go to the top right away, build it, shape it, encourage it, then move down from there to the head voice, intervallically, first followed by working the bridge diatonically. He's so specific. Okay, so we're going to start up high with intervals.
Sure.
So let's do... Let's just do a siren up to the top. Woo!
Woo!
Good, that's awesome. More air this time. Good. 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 So that's awesome. And you're kind of modifying a little on your own, which is what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of change the way your mouth is or modify it a little bit to make those top notes come out a little easier. So those are good intervals to work on. Then he says, follow it by working the bridge diatonically. So let's go. There we go. So we'll go la 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 octave. There you go. Do it again. Okay, good. So this is getting a little bit more into your lower range, but those are also good exercises to work on. Then he says, then work from a lower register, bridging to head and false, aiming for the same space. So let's practice down here. Let's rely. La, 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 la. But I want it to be very high and light and almost think airy. I don't want it to be airy, but don't think la, 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 la.
Okay.
La,
La la la.
Good.
La 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 la.
Good.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Good. Don't make it too heavy.
La 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 la.
Good. Yeah, those will sound really, really nice. Okay, so this woman is a professional singer who commented. She sings in the Kansas City Chorale, which is like they're like Grammy Award winning, really awesome. She says, find out why he's resistant. Does he not like the sound, or does he not trust his ability? So in your case, what would you feel?
I would say probably it's a little bit of both. I can't say it's probably one or the other, just because I'm not confident there, and then I also don't think it sounds particularly good when I get there. But I mean, I don't expect it to sound good. I'm not beating myself up because it doesn't sound good, but that's not going to change the fact it doesn't sound good. So.
That's fine. Okay, so maybe we feel like it's more ability.
But it is probably closer to ability. Like once I did it more, I'd obviously be more confident, and feel better about it. So yeah, I would say it's probably more.
Okay.
Ability than...
Okay. So it says, once you know, create a space where he can feel safe and vulnerable. Then, technically speaking, try to move on from the passaggio into the light falsetto. Okay. Show him how he's connecting to his support system by making these sounds happen. Okay, great. And she also gives a vocalese exercise. Okay, cool. Let's try this one.
Sure.
It's gonna be another like 5 thing, but we're gonna go. So I really want a little bit more in the first one, and then just kind of let it sigh. Good, don't forget the slide. Try this one again. Good, that sounds great. Awesome. So I thought like those were pretty good like responses.
Yeah.
A lot of good like things to think about. Cool. Let's do a little bit of what we worked on last time with like the Twinkle Twinkle. And we're just going to kind of put it in different spots. We're going to start high and then kind of work low, just practicing modeling it in different keys. So let's start, we're going to start a little higher because we're going to work down.
Okay.
So go. Oh, that's high for me. Okay, yeah. I'm not going to make you do that. Twinkle, twinkle. Okay, from here. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good. Okay, I want you to sing that again, and I'm just gonna sustain the note, and you're gonna sing it all on your own, okay? Whenever you're ready. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Good! That's great. So that's pretty high up. And you stayed fairly in key, which is really good. Let's try it a little bit lower now. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Nice.
I felt like that was kind of on the border where I kind of wanted to go into chest voice, and so I felt like I was, like, especially in the beginning, kind of jumping all like around that area.
Yeah, that makes total sense, and I know how that feels when you're trying to jump.
Yeah.
When you're trying to, it's almost like shifting.
Yeah, it is.
In your voice, and I heard it, but so this is a really good range area for you to work on in the future. Let's do it a little lower and see how that feels. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Great, that's awesome. Let's do one more nice Okay, for this last one, I want you to put your arms down. You can face the wall if you want.
Sure.
You don't have to face me.
No, it's all good.
But I just want you to relax, and I want you to try not to close your eyes.
Sure.
Because that's an easy habit to fall into, and then you'll be in front of your class, and you'll just be up there closing your eyes. So I'm not going to look at you, but I want you to sing it down here, and I want you to be nice and relaxed and just sing it out.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Good. That was awesome. How'd that
Thank
feel?
Yeah, I closed my eyes in the beginning.
You
but,
did?
Yeah, then I realized that I was doing it, so
Yeah.
I stopped. Yeah.
Okay, good. So now you know that's something you
Yeah.
maybe want to practice doing.
Yeah.
We have a mirror. Like a lot of these rooms have a mirror. Sometimes, like when you're in the bathroom, like getting ready or whatever, practice that so you can see what you look like when you sing. That sometimes like is a source of nerves for people. I think they're like, well, do I look stupid when I'm singing?
Mhm.
And you really don't at all.
Right.
So if you can see yourself, you'll see that you look natural and be more confident too. I think we're good. I think that's good.
Yeah.
How do you feel about your progress
I feel
from the beginning to now?
I feel like I definitely could not have made any of the sounds that I made in these lessons if I hadn't worked on them with you for this time.
Awesome.
So yeah,
That's great.
definite work done.
Awesome.
I just ask that if when we have to do the demonstration, we do the singing thing. If you decide to do something where you show off that we worked on this, to not like kill me
Oh,
and throw me under the bus. I knew you wouldn't. I knew you'd be nice about
You're just
it.
asking for mercy.